call to order the Gurney Village Board meeting of June 6, 2022. And roll call, please.
Bombas.
Present.
Thorstensen.
Here.
Woodside.
Here.
Ross. Garner.
Here.
O'Brien.
Present.
All here.
Present. All right, if we can all stand together for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody. So the first item, approval of the consent agenda. Is there a motion by Trustee Balmas, second by Trustee Garner? Roll call, please.
Bombas.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross. Garner. O'Brien.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Pat?
Item number 1, approval of the minutes from the May 16, 2022 and May 20, 2022 meetings. Item number 2, approval of Resolution 2022-03, authorizing maintenance and improvements of streets and highways under the Illinois Highway Code 2022 Motor Fuel Tax Program Supplemental Resolution. Item number 3, approval of fireworks permit for Six Flags Great America, shoot dates of July 2nd through 4th, displays to be launched from the southwest corner of the property. Item number 4, approval of fireworks permit for Merit Club, shoot date of June 24th, display to be launched from west of the clubhouse on the golf course. Item number 5, approval of police department request to purchase one 2022 Ford Police Interceptor SUV from National Fleet Auto Group at a cost of $39,288.04, unit number 153, Sourcewell contract 091521-NAF. Item number 6, approval of police department request to waive the formal bidding process and purchase 4 detective vehicles at a total cost of $145,820.72, units 100, 110, 111, and 168. Item number 7, approval of payroll period ending May 20, 2022 in the amount of $982,755.32. Item number 8, approval of bills for period ending June 6, 2022 in the amount of $3,173,102.30.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Garner, second by Trustee O'Brien. Roll call, please.
Bombas.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross. Garner. O'Brien.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carries. On to petitions and communications. Item number 1, approval of a proclamation designating Sunday, June 19, 2022 as Juneteenth Day. Juneteenth is the oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in the United States. Dating back to 1865, it was on June 19th that the Union soldiers led by Major General Gordon Granger landed at Galveston, Texas, with news that the war had ended and that the enslaved were now free. While Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation had officially outlawed slavery in Texas and other states almost 2.5 years earlier, Texas was the most remote of the slave states and had a low presence of Union troops to communicate slavery had been outlawed. Therefore, enforcement of the Emancipation Proclamation had been slow and inconsistent before Granger's announcement. Today, Juneteenth celebrates African American freedom achievement while encouraging continuous self-development and respect for all cultures. It is time for reflection and rejoicing, assessment, self-improvement, and for planning the future. Now, therefore, I, Thomas B. Hood, Mayor of Gurnee, do hereby proclaim June 19th as Juneteenth in the village of Gurnee and encourage residents to celebrate freedom and honor, emancipation, and the end of slavery, and remember that all individuals are created equal. I further urge all residents to reflect on our collective history and the actions we can take together in going forward to build a more fair and equitable society. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Trustee O'Brien, second by Trustee Balmas, sorry. Balmas? I got it, Balmas. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, no reports.
Correct.
No old business.
Correct.
On to new business, item number 1, approval of granting a Class 2 liquor license to Matthew Priest to operate Pips Meadery, 1350 Tri-State Parkway, Suite 124, license formerly held by Only Child Brewing. Pat?
Sure. So Only Child had announced in mid-April that they would be ceasing operations here in Gurnee and closing the location. Their final day is June 24th. Pips Meadery has plans to occupy the space, so they're currently up in Beach Park, operating mainly as a production facility with some limited opportunities for sales. Only Child space is set up very well for them as far as production and then on-site consumption and some package sales. So they're looking to continue that trend in that site. Since the Only Child license is still technically active, there's no need to amend the municipal code. The village board can simply approve this Class 2 being issued to Pips Meadery. Police department did all the necessary background checks and didn't find anything to preclude issuance of the license.
Is there any questions or discussion? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee O'Brien, second by trustee Thorstensen. Roll call, please.
Balmas?
Aye.
Thorstensen?
Yes.
Woodside?
Aye.
Ross? Garner?
Aye.
O'Brien?
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Is there Matthew Priest present? Yes. Congratulations. Welcome to the village. Thanks. Item number 2, approval of ordinance 2022,
31.
adding one Class 2 liquor license by amending Section 6-56 of Article 2 of Chapter 6 of the Gurney Municipal Code entitled Alcoholic Beverages, Cooper's Hawk, 7799 Grand Avenue. Pat?
Sure. So I think everyone knows what this is. Cooper's Hawk is currently under construction. If you drive out there, they're making good progress, hoping to be open by the holidays. They have applied for a Class 2, which allows for the sale of alcoholic liquor for consumption on premise or sold, as well as the retail sale of alcoholic liquor in its original package, not for consumption on premise. So that goes with the wine sales that take place out there. So similar to the last item on the agenda, the police department reviewed the application, found nothing in and of concern, and it's before you for consideration.
Any questions or comments?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Balmas, second by trustee Ross. Roll call, please.
Balmas?
Aye.
Thorstensen?
Yes.
Woodside?
Aye.
Ross? Garner?
Aye.
O'Brien?
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Item number 3, approval of ordinance 2022,
32.
adding one Class 1 liquor license by amending Section 6-56 of Article 2 of Chapter 6 of the Gurney Municipal Code entitled Alcoholic Beverages, Carabana, 5250 Grand Avenue, Suites 13A-14.
Sure. As the mayor said, Carabana is looking to occupy a couple suites over on Grand Avenue, 5250 Grand, one of them being the former shipping point spot. They were previously over in Lindenhurst along Route 45. I think it's obvious by the name, it's Caribbean-inspired cuisine. They're looking to have a dining area, a small bar that seats about 15 patrons, and then a small stage for live music. Again, police department conducted all the necessary background checks and found no issues. Also reached out to Lindenhurst quick, said they were a good corporate citizen while they were there, so it's before you for consideration.
Any questions or comments?
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Thorstensen, second by trustee O'Brien. Roll call, please.
Balmas?
Aye.
Thorstensen?
Yes.
Woodside?
Aye.
Ross? Garner?
Aye.
O'Brien?
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Enjoyed your food at, was it Route 45, right? Is that where your other location was? Yes, it was. So looking forward to your food here in town. So welcome to Gurney on getting your liquor license. So thanks. Item number 4, approval of ordinance 2022,
33.
approving agreement for the use of right-of-way between the Village of Gurney and Vinacom Communications. Pat?
Sure. So you had a memo from our village engineer, Nick Leach, on this. We did a previous agreement a couple years ago, you might remember, with Kelso Burnett for using the right-of-way. But Vinacom is headquartered down in Schaumburg, been around since '91. They're the second largest fiber owner in Illinois behind AT&T. They have requested permission to use our right-of-way to install some fiber optic cable up along Grove, Lee, St. Paul, Morrison, and Porrett. They're looking to serve, starting out serving 1570 St. Paul, but then hoping to add additional customers on it as it goes forward. They understand all the requirements and standards as far as using the right-of-way and staying away from our utilities. Engineering Division, along with Attorney Winter, worked on a right-of-way agreement. Like I said, it's similar to what we had approved before with Kelso Burnett when they wanted to use the right-of-way. There's no fee for using the right-of-way as long as they're paying their simplified municipal telecommunications tax. So they will provide proof that's being paid to the state, and then will be remitted from the state to us. So as I said, it's similar to the agreement we had in the past. Attorney Winter and Engineering worked on it, and everything's in order for your consideration.
Any questions or comments?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Balmas, second by trustee Thorstensen. Roll call, please.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross. Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Item number 5, approval of ordinance 2022,
34.
authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement to provide fire protection and emergency services required by the Illinois Tollway for a segment of the Tri-State Tollway, I-94.
Sure. So you have a memo from Chief Kavanaugh on this. Previously had agreements in place with the Tollway that date back to 77 for fire protection and 85 for EMS services, where when the Gurnee Fire Department responds out there in our section of Tollway, which is about 6 miles worth of Tollway, we could bill the Tollway $300 or bill the individual's insurance for which we provide the service. We've always chosen to bill the individuals because there's a greater ability to recoup our costs through that method. A couple years ago, the Tollway and the Illinois Fire Chiefs Association got together and took a look at this contract, entered negotiations, and have come up with a couple changes that are favorable to fire departments that service the Tollway. Majority of the agreements the same, but now the language as far as charging for service out there has changed. We're able to bill the Tollway $500 and still bill the residents that we provide services to, or the individuals that we provide services to. So there's an ability to greater recoup our costs. Still won't be covered, but more than we had previously been able to recover. You look at our 2001 numbers, the fire department responded to 76 emergencies out there. So if this $500 per was in place, we would have been able to bill the Tollway $38,000 that we could have taken in revenue. The only caveat for the $500, what the Tollway was mainly looking for in exchange is that when we respond out there, we're not taking pictures and posting that stuff or sharing it on social media. So it's not something we do anyways, so the fire department was completely fine with that. So Chief Kavanaugh is recommending the approval of this agreement.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by trustee Woodside, second by trustee Garner. Roll call, please.
Balmas.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross. Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carries. Item number 6, approval of ordinance 2022,
35.
authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement for the collaborative use of the Lake County ETSP CAD and mobile systems. Pat?
Sure. So the next two are interrelated, so I'll summarize them here in one foul swoop. I had a memo from Chief Smith on this. As you know, we've been participating with the county and 21 other agencies for the last probably 5 years to look at improving 911 call taking and dispatching services throughout Lake County. These two agreements, the timing's good because we've got some software that's reaching into life. So in 2019, the group approved a general plan to move partners forward towards consolidation. And one of those pathways to moving towards that consolidation was getting everybody on a uniform technology platform. So in May 2021, they issued a joint RFP. We had input into that RFP as far as what we were looking for. That was on the street, had a couple different vendors reply to that. When it was all said and done, Tyler Technologies, which is the same vendor that we use for our financial software, was selected to replace some different public safety software platforms. That includes computer-aided dispatch, which is CAD, mobile messaging, law enforcement records management, which is RMS, jail management, electronic citation, and electronic crash software. So Lake County ETSB served as the purchaser of the software. The CAD and the mobile was $1.36 million that the county paid for. The RMS, JMS, and e-citation was $2.83 million. The county sheriff picked up that cost. Participants in the consortium are only going to be charged the annual maintenance fees, and that's going to be divided up based on how many participate, how many seats that they need. So when you look at the CAD software, the total annual maintenance is about $180,000. That's going to be divided across all those that participate. The RMS is about $173,000. Again, will be divided up. So we have software that's nearing the end of life. This gets almost everybody in the county on the same software platforms, and those that participate, you can see how much the individual communities could save when the county came up with over $4 million to purchase these two software packages. To date, there's been 7 participants that have approved these agreements: Libertyville, Round Lake Beach, Mundelein, Vernon Hills, Winthrop Harbor, and Zion. There's also multiple communities that are covered under the Lake County ETSB that are going to receive this software as well. They don't need a separate agreement like we do, but all of those entities are also supportive of this transition to the new CAD and RMS. So, as I said, our CAD is coming up, end of life, so the timing couldn't be any better. They're looking to go live by July of '23. They've already had working group meetings that have been going on for some time. We've got multiple representatives plugged into those meetings to make sure the software that we're provided does what Gurney needs. So it's a very nice opportunity we have here to partner with these agencies, save a lot of money, and all get on the same software system. So Chief Smith is here, Chief Kavanaugh is here. They both participate in those meetings. If there's any detailed questions on that, we don't have anybody from IS, so if there's technical questions, we might be in trouble.
Questions this way, Trustee O'Brien?
I think it's great that we're consolidating. Just have one question. Does it, about 2 months ago, we made some kind of an extension of a maintenance agreement or something. Does this affect that at all?
No.
That's
No,
it?
the maintenance agreement was for our radios.
Right. Thank you.
Trustee Thorstensen?
I was reading through to see if there was an immediate cost savings, but it sounds like our end of life also had a zero pay. And so therefore, it's just the projected future cost that you said would be a fraction of the million that if we went at it alone.
And this will still be cheaper than what we're paying to keep the current CAD system going.
Oh,
So,
that's great.
yeah.
Thank you.
Anybody else have questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Motion by Trustee Garner, second by Trustee Thorstensen. Roll call, please.
Thomas.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross. Garner. O'Brien.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carries. So item 7, which is a companion, is approval of ordinance 2022,
36.
authorizing execution of an intergovernmental agreement for the collaborative use of the Lake County Law Enforcement Records Management System. Motion by Trustee Ross.
Second.
Second by Trustee Garner. Roll call, please.
Thomas.
Aye.
Thorstensen.
Yes.
Woodside.
Aye.
Ross. Garner.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carries. So, public comment. Anybody from the public that would like to step up to the microphone and state your name and make a statement? There being none, is there a motion to?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Balmas, second by Trustee Garner. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.